Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rabbit, and welcome back to the bonus section of my playthrough of Star Ocean: The Second Story. In our previous episode, we finally began taking on the Cave of Trials, and we actually knocked out the first level. So for this episode, I want us to focus on level 2, which is called Love Alley, and depending on whether or not I have enough time, we may tackle the third level as well. So we'll just kind of see how things unfold. I hope you guys have all been doing great. As was alluded to in my recent Facebook post about 2 days ago, I have just had so much shit going on. That is why, even though I got back to town from the health conference that I had to go to for work last Tuesday, I just have not had a chance to sit down and record. So, woo, it feels so good just to be sitting down. You guys do not even know. But let's go ahead and dive right in, and I will catch you guys up to speed with me as we continue making the plunge through the Cave of Trials. Alrighty, you guys. So actually what I like to do just to save us time, it doesn't really matter right now, but just to let you know in advance, I don't like to make you guys watch me kind of going back through the same levels we've already seen. So right now it doesn't make a big difference if you see me going from level 1 back to level 2, you know what I mean? But when we're on like level 6 or 7 or 8, I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? So right now it's fine. I'll just bring you guys through while I'm going from level 1 to level 2. But just know in the future, I will not make you watch me go through this process. So this fight may be a pain in the ass. I'm still in the process of leveling up Healing Star for Opera, which I believe I actually debuted also in the previous episode. I personally am of the mindset that it's not necessary when beating the main story of the game, especially if you followed it in a similar way that I presented it. Healing Star is great, and it's absolutely important to get it proficient, but you don't need it for the main part of the game, and I would argue you don't even absolutely need it for the Cave of Trials. I think once you get here, this is a great avenue to go ahead and take the time to level it up. So don't worry about getting it in advance and trying to max out its proficiency early. You can follow it the way that I'm doing, and the result will be just fine. You're not going to die. It'll be okay. I know some people have been, or had been, because I uploaded our previous episode, I think it was 2 weeks ago, they were saying that, oh no, you got it so late, is it still going to be good? And guys, take it easy. I've handled this game quite a bit over time. I think I have proven that with how detailed I've made this walkthrough and showing some secrets and things like that. You will be okay with picking up Healing Star in this part of the game. Like, we still have so many more fights ahead of us. We have so much waiting for us before we hit the levels that we'll need to take on Indelicio with his limiter off. So it'll be fine. It'll work out. Do what works best for you and what makes you feel more comfortable if you already have a strategy. But don't be afraid to try something new and, you know, skill things differently. I've definitely had some people in the past say things about the way that I choose to optimize the skill system. I think the problem is when it comes to games like this, a lot of people have very strong opinions about what is the best way of doing something, when sometimes some of those things may be more objective than others, but a lot of the time, of course it's subjective and it's just personal opinion. And I think the problem is when people try to be elitist about their tactics, and they try to make it sound like my way is better than your way. If you don't do it this way, you're not playing the game right. And I don't think that's a healthy attitude to have. I definitely don't think it is an inclusive one. And if you're wanting to introduce a game to others who have either never seen it before, never got that far in the game, I think it's better to just show them that this is an option. It may not be the best option for you, but this is what works for me. So just wanted to throw that out there. Definitely see that a lot, even on forums. I mean, obviously, you're not going to see that many Star Ocean: The Second Story threads being created now, since this game is quite old. But I remember even back in the day, when people would always get into stupid arguments about which characters you should use, who's the best character for this, who's the best character for that, and it's like, okay, you guys can have your opinions, you can share your strategies. I definitely feel like I have shared very specific and arguably niche things that may or may not be that practical if you're trying to play this game in a specific way, but I still wanted to show you anyway, right? Because at this point for me, since I played this game so much and I know for the most part the ins and outs, obviously I forget some details, like I don't remember all the layouts of every single dungeon that you encounter. I've just played too many video games over the course of my life to remember everything. But I would say I have maintained a pretty thorough knowledge of this game. I mean, I feel like I have, especially with how I have conducted this playthrough and made it, in my opinion, more of a walkthrough and more of a detailed guide. But it just, to me, is kind of troublesome when I think about how many people are so elitist about things that they don't really need to be. And I alluded to this when I was first introducing the skill system to you guys, and I was saying, you know what, this is how I choose to skill. I would recommend that you do this way. I mean, obviously there are some things that you can't really argue. They're better to focus on, so just to show you. I mean, obviously, you are going to want to max out Perseverance first, right? Because it reduces the number of skill points required to learn other skills. And you could argue effort is a really important thing to take advantage of earlier than later, although some people can make the argument that it doesn't really matter and using it later works too. So there are some things that you can argue are better, but for other things, you know, it's your opinion and you are entitled to your opinion, but don't be a douchebag about it. Like, that's the main thing with it, right? So anyway, with that all being said, let me actually introduce this floor to you. As I already noted at the beginning of this episode, this is level 2 of the Cave of Trials, and it is called Love Alley. Basically, the way that this floor is set up, it's a little bit of a puzzle, so the focus and the emphasis is not necessarily on you exploring, finding a switch, pressing the button, and then the secret door becoming revealed / open. It's actually focused around statues, which you can see to our right. There is one right there, but we're not going to mess with that one quite yet. I'm going to show you the order that I take this in and how I orient the statues. And to me, anyway, this is the best route to take to get to the ending. But if you have a different way of messing with the statues, you know, whatever, it's fine. That's really what the goal of this floor is. So with that being said, let's go ahead and continue down here. Oh, gosh. Okay, so I'm going to go back to spamming Healing Star. As always, I will not make you guys watch repeat battles, so don't worry. I'm sure you are sick of me drawing these fights out by spamming Healing Star, but this is the way to level it up, you know, and increase our proficiency. And as you can probably tell just from the fights that have been on camera so far, we're slowly getting that proficiency up and we're getting it where it needs to be, so I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now. I think for sure we're going to have it maxed. No problem, no issues. It's not going to be a big deal whatsoever. I guess I should have also mentioned to you guys, I did a little bit of leveling up off camera. I don't know if you actually noticed yourselves as you've been watching, but I did. I don't have it written down how many levels I got for everyone. I'm going to guess. I think I got maybe 1 or 2. I did a little bit of running around Expel so that I could purchase some items that I thought I would need as we're kind of going through this. There is a skill, if you want to call it that, I guess, and it does give you the ability to shop while you're in a dungeon. So here it is. It is called Familiar. It is a specialty command that sends animals to shop for you when you are deep in a dungeon or other such place. It's good and it's fine, but I still wanted to, off camera, go back and purchase a couple little things for myself and for my party. So, I mean, it wasn't anything important. I think I stocked up on, like, berries and, like, let's see, did I? I think I did. Like, yeah, blackberries, blueberries. So, yeah, as you can see, we're maxed with the 20 here. I think I got a couple resurrection potions to I think I did. Anyway, that's all you need to know. I got some stuff, so we would be good to go. Anyway, so here's the first statue we're going to mess with. It's a statue of a woman. On the base is engraved the name Yuffie. It looks like the statue can be rotated. So all we got to do is just pick the direction that you want to put it in, and we are going to turn Yuffie to face the south. And that's all we have to really do for her. So we're going to continue southward. And this guy, I think, is Lloyd. Yeah, there we go. We've got Lloyd. Looks like the statue, blah, blah, blah. He's just going to say the same shit, basically. And Lloyd needs to face the east. All right, so let's head over here to this next one. And this gal is Sistina. And we are going to want her to face the south side. All right, perfect. So now we want to go back. Alrighty, we actually got a level and some skill points for Claude, so I'm going to take a quick minute to actually assign these, because I don't think I... No, okay, we've got some for Leon, too, from when he leveled up. So again, I don't really care at this point. I'm just going to fucking go in an order and start throwing the points where they can actually fit. Not going to worry too much about it. This will just allow us to max stuff out sooner than later. So we'll do the same thing for you, Leon. And perfect. And then we should be 0 across the board for everyone else. So let's head back up to this lovely lady over here. Alright, no levels that time. But let's go ahead and check out this statue. Her name is Feria. And for lovely Feria, we want her to face east. And we're going to actually check this room up here and grab some stuff. We've got reflective armor and a resurrection mist. I'll go ahead and let you guys see the reflective armor. It's strong armor that reflects and dissipates attack energy. Here are the stats for it. I haven't been the best about showing you guys armor in the past, so I do want to go ahead and take a quick minute just to let you see this item as we pick it up. And it says it would be okay for Bowman and Noelle. I'm not going to worry about equipping... Oops, let me actually reorganize this here alphabetically. I'm not going to worry too much about my party members that are not going to be my final party, which some of you were also amused by the idea of having Leon here in this group. I know. Leon is arguably going to be dead weight. However, I'm always up for a challenge, you know? And actually, we got 3 levels there, so before I forget, let's go ahead and deal with these skill points here. And we'll throw some in biology, and we'll get some writing going on. What else do you want, Opera? What you want, girl? Let's throw some here. We have 7, huh? We'll get some playfulness. And, what the hell? Let's get some counterattack going on for her. Ernest, you got a ways to go. Oh my goodness. We'll get aesthetic sense. And there. We'll let him work on his writing. But okay, let's continue. There should be another statue over here. Woohoo, you guys. Healing stars now healing in the thousands. So it was totally worth it. And alright, so we've got our next statue named Sharon. And we're going to want her to face the west side here. Alright, perfect. So let's actually do a little bit of backtracking to our very first room. Actually, you know what? I just realized, you guys, instead of making you come with me and us have a bunch of fights to edit out, let me just cut the video here and I will bring you guys back when we were actually at that original room where we had entered this level of the Cave of Trials. So give me just a second to do the backtracking on my own. Alrighty, you guys, so I didn't actually have that great of a distance to cover, but I did still get into 2 fights, so it saved me a little bit of time in terms of when I'm going to be editing, but I did want to show you that we got 2 levels here, one for Ernest as well as one for Leon, so I've got some skill points to throw down, and I'm just going to very quickly handle Ernest's business here. We'll just go ahead and throw some shit into recipe, because why not? Leon should be pretty close here with a couple of things, actually. We'll go ahead and put some points here. Let's see, Leon, and we'll grab some whistling. And now he can consider himself to be a chef. So let's continue with actually exploring. Woohoo! We got some more skill points for Claude with that level. And I may go ahead and just let some of these pile up, and then I'll assign a few of them in bulk later on. I don't want to keep making you guys watch me jump in and out of this menu, so we'll go ahead and finish this off. Let's just throw a couple in some other things, just so that when we do finally encounter some different bosses, you guys may have the chance to actually see him utilize one of these other abilities here. But anyway, let's head over this way and start off by going here. No levels for anyone, but that is okay. Oh, finally! some new monsters here and more healing star spam for you guys. But at least you can see we are getting 1,300 points in heals here. I may actually need to let Opera lend more of her offensive abilities here. These guys may be a little too tough for Leon. So we'll kill at least one of them. Okay, maybe two. Who cares? Let's just knock them down. And then I'll spam it some more in our next fight. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, we're gaining the proficiency pretty easily. It's not delaying the fights by that much, so I'm not having too much of an issue with maxing Healing Star while we are going through these levels of the Cave of Trials. Anyway, we grabbed a Purity Leaf. Let's go ahead and just check it out, because why not? It is healthy vegetables raised with plenty of sunshine. Interesting description, but there you guys go. That's what it says. Alright, so now let's head back up to this hallway. Woohoo! Leon got a much needed level, so he is slowly catching up with everybody else. And let's head over this way. And we're finally in this room with 2 more statues. And believe it or not, these are the final statues that we're going to be messing with. So let's talk to this first one named Mylene. And we're going to want to set her to the south side. And down here, our final guy is Luke. And we're going to have him face the north. And there you go, guys. That's it for the puzzle. And I say puzzle in air quotes here because, I mean, I guess it's a puzzle in the sense that you have to kind of figure out what direction to have all the statues face. But again, if you just followed what I did, it's pretty easy. The biggest hurdle that you're going to face is just all of the battles that you run into. But anyway, Claude says, I heard a door opening in the distance. But before we actually go to check out said door, there's a little secret that some people tend to miss when they are over here. If you come, ignore that silver. If you come here towards the center and press your X button, you'll just randomly find the Link combo is on the ground. I don't know why this is here at all. It seems incredibly random to me, but I like to just go ahead and highlight that for you guys because it's just one of those really weird random secrets that a lot of people just miss. So there you go. Not going to make you watch me backtrack yet again because we might have another fight, maybe 2 or 3. So I will meet you back again at that main room where the stairs were, as well as the locked door. So give me just a second to head over that way. Welcome back, everyone. So you can clearly see that the chime that we heard once we turned Mylene and I don't even remember, what was his name? Luke, I think, was the male statue in the previous room. Anyway, you can see that the door has opened and there's this weird little wiggly squiggly monster that we have seen before, honestly. But we are ready to take on the boss named Bloodgirel, and it says, is it you who have challenged me to do your worst? I don't know why he stutters, but that is okay with me. And honestly, not gonna lie to you guys, this is a ridiculous fight. It is so straightforward, so simple. I would hardly even call this a boss. More like mini boss, I guess. I mean, as I say that, Leon is obviously on the struggle bus here. But let me go ahead and move him so he does not completely eat shit. And I will have Opera spam Healing Star, get that proficiency up a little bit more. Every single cast matters in terms of maxing this out more or less relatively quickly. And they're already dead. So yeah, this is hardly more challenging than the regular creatures and monsters that you face just from looking around this floor. So we don't have any levels, and that's it. But Bloodgirel says, you have defeated me. Proceed to the next level. And that's it for my 5-star voice acting. And even though that was a pretty garbage boss / mini boss, I guess you could say, we do get a really awesome reward for defeating him. We got the Seraphic Garb, which in my opinion is the best armor set that you can get in this game. I mean, the battle suits are great, but here, let's go ahead and take a look at it and you will see why. Alrighty, so, let me actually do it through items, and then we'll actually look at equipping, I cannot speak English today, you guys, equipping it on somebody. So it says, Seraphic Garb, this superlative armor, named after the angel's clothing, is said to increase in strength as the HP of its wearer decreases. So this is what makes it pretty fantastic. Yeah, its defense is only 400, compared to, I believe, battle suits are 500. I don't have an extra set, so we can't actually. Yeah, let's actually just go into a menu to see here. Alright, so my memory is correct. Battle suits are 500, and the Seraphic Garb is 400 in terms of the defense that it gives you. However, as you saw from the description, its defensive capabilities increase the more damage you take, basically. So while you're in a fight, this actually renders it better than the battle suit. But ultimately, it is up to you. I also think that we get a nice little boost in terms of a couple elemental things here for our defenses. So it's kind of up to you. You know, I like the Seraphic Garbs more than the battle suits, but I know plenty of people that prefer the battle suits. So again, it's one of those things that it just comes down to your preference and your play style and what you personally like. So I'm going to go ahead and give this to Claude over here. You can see the increase in AVD and MAG. Magic! So not really necessary. I think what's most important here in terms of stats are the boosts to our defensive capabilities. So gonna give that to him. I think everyone else has a battle suit who can wear them. I don't think, yeah. Oh, Leon actually can. He does take a hit in terms of his magic, but we want that AC, that defense, to go up. That's really important here. So gonna take the hit because we see a much bigger boost in AC than we see the decrease in the MAG there. So oh my gosh, Leon, what happened to one of your accessories? Well, I'll worry about that on my own. We don't want this episode to go on for a second longer, so what I'm actually going to do is call this a video. I actually am not going to have time to record the third floor, so maybe tomorrow I will go ahead and get that episode recorded, edited, and up for you. So that's going to be it for today, you guys. I may end up being a level or two higher next time we do come back together when we prepare to take on the level 3 of the Cave of Trials, especially because I have to backtrack out, and then I will have to run all the way back down here. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will take care of any skill point assigning between now and then, as well as giving Leon a new accessory. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me take on level 2 of the Cave of Trials called Love Alley, and I will see you guys possibly tomorrow for our next episode where we take on level 3. So until then, take good care of yourselves, and I'll be in touch soon. Bye, everybody!